Hi everyone, this is Liz from Creative Life of Liz, and I'm here planning for the week of March 23rd through the 29th. This is in my B&R Paper Crafts Plan B planner, and for this week I am using this kit called Hummingbird Story by Simply Gilded. It's a kit that the majority is this 2 pages, so it looks super cute. And I'm very excited to use it. It is my birthday this week, so I'm also excited to kind of get the extra vibes there. And then you get this little extra page here that has some additional boxes, some date dots and icons. These are all heart-shaped. And then this page is also heart-shaped, all icons on the kind of hummingbird background. And then you also get these bows. Because this kit is designed to be used in many different kinds of planners, I usually don't end up using these, but I have them if I want them. I did also pull in some extras. I did pull out a wiggle by Scribble Prints Co., also in silver. I'm not going to use this entire wiggle, but I did get it out so that I have a few things. So you get 2 sets of bottom washi. I'm going to use the ones with the little like sprinkles on it because the bows don't match the bows that are in the Simply Gilded kit, and I just want everything to match. You get some icons, some date covers, which I'm not going to use, some flags and bows, I might use those, not sure, and then some headers, which I'm also not going to use. So got that to help with this. I did also pull out a bunch of washi. So I pulled out these 3 from Simply Gilded that all have silver foiling, and they're all super pretty. I am not sure. I think my plan is to use this one. I think I can fit these 2 next to each other. So I think my plan is to use this one. I'm not sure what set this came from because I got it in a leftover grab box, but I'm excited to do that. I did also pull out this Scotch, just plain silver, in case I need that. And then I pulled these 2 kind of papery ones from Daiso. And then I pulled little flower header covers. So my plan is to use these and these on here as well. And then I'm gonna have my date dots. The kit comes with 3 sets of date covers. I'm gonna use the hummingbird ones because they're the most specific. And then you do also get a set of little headers, so I'm gonna use those as well. So I think that's everything I need right now. Do I need this page? Not yet. Okay, I'm gonna do all of this stuff and then I will be back so we can do the interesting bits. All right, here's where we are at so far. Definitely lots of foil, so that's super nice. Moving on to the full boxes, we have 2 here, another 5 here, and then I have 1 more sheet. I have this one as well. So obviously these 2 go together. I really want to put them backwards. We'll see how that goes. All right, so these 2 go together. I think these 2 go together as well. And then I think I'm gonna put these 2 together. So that leaves this one and this one as the 2 kind of like odd ones out. I'm gonna put the one that says hope here in the middle. Seems appropriate. If I can make that fit. There we go. And then the book one is gonna be my quote box because I think it's so cute. And it's definitely my favorite box. So I feel like that's a good one to put up here as the quote box. Hopefully that's straight. Close. We're gonna do our best. Okay, so I think I wanna kind of spread these guys out. So I'm gonna stick this one here. Since my birthday's on Thursday, it feels like a next chapter thing seems appropriate for just after that. Maybe that should have been my quote box, but I like the pinks getting separated. All right, and then I'm gonna put these in the opposite order of what I usually do. I like to have things facing into the page, but I'm gonna stick them opposite because I know the start of my week is actually gonna be very busy. So it seems appropriate to say I'm very busy at the start of my week. There we go. And then these are the last two. I think I'm gonna stick this one here on Wednesday. And then I'm gonna stick this one on Friday. And it has this like open heart here, which I could end up putting some of like the deco. We'll see how that goes. All right, so that's that. Moving on to the sidebar. I do wanna kind of use up some of my little pieces that I have. So first off, let me put this guy in and I'm gonna make it hopefully straight. I feel like the box is just like slightly crooked. Okay, I think that's gonna be close enough. So I have a little divider. I'm then gonna stick in this little to-do header, like so. I don't get a habit tracker in here. I do get a little like gratitude guy, but no habit tracker. I do have my Sarah Elizabeth Prince ones here, so I think I'm gonna use, I feel like the purple doesn't quite match. It's like a little too red based, so I think the turquoise matches pretty well. So I'm going to use that like so. And then I do have over here in my social section, these guys are kind of falling apart in case that's not abundantly clear. My little Piper Paper Company Instagram icons. I think this purple will kind of work, so I'm going to use that one. Like so, okay. And then after that, I do want to make sure that I use up these last couple of these guys. So I think I'm going to stick in a pink one right here. I do need my little slice tool. I used the pink with the hollow flowers because I felt like pink flowers are much more common than turquoise ones. Okay, I think that looks pretty cute. I usually put in a meal tracker. I don't think I'm gonna do that this time. I could put in like one of these guys maybe. I mean, the most logical of these headers would be to do like important, but I kind of want one of these ones that have flowers on them. I'm gonna put in the groceries header. Why not? And then I'm gonna use one of these little checklists like so. And then below that, I'm gonna stick in another header. Oh, I need it to go over a little bit further. Yeah, I think that's close enough to the correct width. There we go. Use up the last one of these guys. Like so. And then I'm gonna stick in this little gratitude box. Like so. Okay, that's looking pretty cute. Now, how do I want to fill in this last little bit of space? I could put in another header and checklist. Why don't I do that? All right, I'm gonna put in this one that says to clean. It is spring cleaning time, so probably a good idea. put that in. Okay, and then I'm gonna use this little strip I have left from the bottom washi. Okay, and then I do want to put in a little deco up there. I have 2 different sizes of deco. I think I want to put in the larger stuff in that space. If I can get it to come up off the page, that would be delightful. So I'm going to stick in a little hummingbird. Sorry, I bumped you. And I'm going to stick in some little branches. So maybe I can make this a little bit more horizontal. And then I can take this really small hummingbird and put it right there. All right, that's looking pretty cute. And now the sidebar is done. Moving on to the individual days, I do want to mark work. I have a few icons here. I don't think that I'm going to use these for work because I think there's not enough reliability on what these icons are. I also have like some of these guys, but again, not super reliable. So I think I'm going to pull something out of my stash. Let's see. Maybe I'll go with these. They're almost gone, so that could be nice. These are from Creative Cavern Studio, and they're little Avery laptops. I'm just going to stick in a few here. Little Averys are just like, just touching the header, but that's fine. I'm going to have enough left for one more week down here. All right, other things on Monday. Next up that's relevant would be my plan with me. I'm looking at what icons I have for that kind of thing. I have books. Those are cute. I have cameras. I feel like I don't have anything that's like directly just like a plan with me kind of icon, but that's fine. Okay, I think I'm going to use one of the book icons here. Ooh, actually, I changed my mind. I think I'm going to use a camera icon here. And we'll use the little book on the other side. All right, a little camera icon for Monday. Tuesday, work is going to be like batshit crazy. But that's fine. We're going to get through it. But I do have also on Tuesday, I'm going to put down here at the bottom of the top section, I have curling as a late game. Not my fave, but it is what it is. Wednesday, I don't currently have anything special planned for Wednesday. We're going to see what happens when we get there. Moving on to Thursday. This is my birthday, so I feel like I need a celebratory kind of icon. There's not like anything that's super obviously like birthday. Let's see what's over in these icons. There's certainly like celebration things, but again, nothing like birthday specific. And then this set, also nothing birthday specific. Okay, I think I'm going to use one of these little flags. Feels appropriate. So I'm going to stick that down like so. And then I have my little work guy. And then a little work guy over here like so. Also on Thursday, again, curling. It's a late game again. So I'm going to stick that down there. Friday, my Book Bujo reading journal stuff is going up. So that's what's going there. And then Saturday, the big thing that we know for sure we're doing on Saturday is we have a concert. I don't really have an icon that's like super concert specific for this. So I think I want to use one of these. Maybe we'll use this. I'm going to stick that in like so. And I think I'm going to use, I feel like we should have like a little celebratory something All right, let's just use one of these little bows. I think that'll look cute. Like so. And then Sunday, I've got nothing planned right now. So I think we're just gonna leave us here for the time being. So this is what our pre-planning looked like, very foiled. So stick around for just a second and you can see the finished spread. All right, here's the finished spread. Definitely got quite a bit of foiling. I think it turned out really cute. I do still have a decent amount of stuff left here. Let me see what I have. I have some icons, a couple boxes and things here, a few like icon flags, a couple little hearts, and a set of date covers, another set of date covers, and a few more functional things. Some more date dots and icons, and then the bow seals. That's all left from this kit. And then I also have left a good amount of the wiggle. I have both sets of date covers, flags and bows, all the icons, all the headers, and one set of bottom washi. So a good amount left there as well. So all that stuff's gonna go in my leftovers, and then I did finish the page from Sadie Stickers, so that will just go away now. But I think the week turned out really good. In addition to all that stuff I mentioned, the washi tape under both sets of Sadie Stickers headers is from Daiso. This little guy is from Piper Paper Company. All of these Averys are from Creative Cavern Studio. Otherwise, I really pulled in things from the kit, and I think it turned out super cute. It was a week with a lot of ups and downs for sure, but overall, mostly a good week, I think, and a nice recovery weekend over here as well. So I think that's all I have for today. As always, please like and subscribe below if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. It helps me out. Let me know how your week went down below, or if you don't have anything that you want to leave me a book emoji just to say hi. I would love to hear from you. And then follow me on Instagram and Blue Sky at Creative Life of Liz. You'll see in progress and finished spreads, bits and pieces of my life, what I'm reading, all that good stuff. And until next time, bye.